Hey there, welcome to Getting It Done Budget Home Repairs. In today's video, I'm going to share some tips I've learned over the last 9 seasons of plowing this driveway with my ATV and my plow blade. First, let me say this driveway here is like a 1/4 mile long and it's gravel. And then the paved driveway up by the house is fairly large too. So I'm going to share some tips with you for both situations. My very first thing is blade height. I like to lift the blade about that much. Half an inch off of the ground when I'm plowing on the gravel driveway. Now you might say, why don't you use skid shoes, the ones that come on the end of your blades? Well, if your driveway isn't frozen, you're still digging trenches in your gravel driveway. And I don't like to do that. So I've got a hack for that, and I'll save that for the end of this video. Like, I bought these like 3 years ago. They're brand new, and I haven't even used them yet. I just have no use for them anymore. So the reason I lift my blade a little bit is because of, like, this week, for instance, we're supposed to get some rain and it probably could freeze. So if I lift my blade up a little bit, I leave a bit of a snow crust on top of the base that's already there, because under here it's already icy. So I leave a snow crust there, and that will give me traction if I need to drive in and out of my driveway. And I probably won't have to do any sanding in here. If I scrape it right down to the bottom, then if it rains and gets hard, it's gonna be like a skating rink, and I will have to sand. And let me tell you, it's not fun sanding a driveway that's a 1/4 mile long. If you leave a little bit of snow on your driveway, it's not gonna matter. So blade height is pretty important when you're plowing. Oh, and let me say, if you're considering getting a plow blade for your ATV or UTV or whatever, these Click and Go 2 plow blades by Kimpex, out of my experience, are pretty great because they're so light. And I've had this one the whole 9 winters, and it's working great. Never have I had an issue with it. Number 2, the angle of your blade. So when you saw me coming up the driveway, you notice I have my angle turned to one direction. That's because the snow will go in that direction. If I had it straight, it would just plow straight on. It'd be hard to push as well, because it's a lot more weight and resistance, and the snow will go out to the sides. So here, if it's angled one way, there's not much resistance, there's not much weight, and your snow is directed to one side only. Then when I make another pass, and I'll show you that in a minute, what I'll do is I'll come over here more and push the snow this way, but I only cover about this much of the blade, because if I go to the edge, the snow is going to come out that way also. And then you're constantly making extra passes for no reason. But you know what? Sometimes you can't get around it. Like this here is kind of like packing snow. Kind of. If it's really light and fluffy, sometimes you're going to get extra snow coming out on the other side of the blade anyway. So it won't make a difference, but it's very minimal. And although this has nothing to do with plowing a driveway, the type of tires you have make a big difference. If you have bald tires, or you have tight lugs on your tires that don't dispel the snow, you're gonna have a hard time getting traction. I just bought these tires here, and they've been amazing in the snow, especially when plowing my driveway. Look at these tires. They got lots of room in between the lugs. These are more of an all-season tire. These are good in dirt. Not, just good enough in everything. And this will push the snow out. But I've noticed I get a lot of traction on these, and it's got nice lugs on the side as well. And they weren't that expensive. It was about, with taxes and everything, it was about $600, all 4 corners. I also went a size up. This ATV originally came with 25-inch tires. I went 26. I wouldn't go any higher than that. I'd only go one size up. Now, as far as speed goes, if you're going at a decent speed, like not too slow, but not fast, just somewhere in the medium, you're going to get more traction. If you're going too fast, just honking on, you're going to be spinning and everything, and you're going to lose traction, and all you're really doing is pushing snow. So really, there is no hurry, and it's safer too. Now, you may have seen my other videos where I'm going fast down the sides. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this a long time, but the reason I'm doing that is to push the snow over the banks. It's like a wave of snow. Not only is it fun and cool, but the reason I'm doing that is because over the winter, the more it snows, the banks get higher and higher, and the banks start coming in, and your driveway gets more narrow. So that's why I'm kind of, in a way, blowing the snow over the edge. But you have to be careful. You don't want to catch a rock or a stump or something. because if you do that at that speed, it whips your machine around. You're going to get hurt doing that, and you don't want that to happen. So be careful, know your area, know your machine, know what you're doing. Okay, let's do a little plowing and I'll show you more technique. So this is what I mean by only using part of your blade, like 2/3 of your blade, to hit the next row. You see how the snow still kicks out this way? If I was to put my edge of my blade on this corner right against here, then I would definitely have another pile of snow, a windrow here in the middle. And if you look in behind, there's no windrow in the middle. All right, now we're going to go to the end of my driveway where the snow plow has already been by and plowed the road and left a big pile of snow for me. And I'll show you some techniques down there as well. Okay, now I'm going to be plowing the end of my driveway. I do have my blade straight. That's the way I want it. Now when you push your snow into the bank, don't drive fast and just jar it in there really hard, because that's hard on your equipment, hard on your ATV. There's no need to do that. Also, another thing I like to do is when I'm going in, if I remember, which most of the time I do, is when I'm pushing my snow in, just when I get near the end, I start lifting up on my blade. I raise it up so that it pushes the snow up and is not digging down into that snowbank. And once I reach the end, I don't start lifting my blade right away. I put it in reverse, and then when I'm backing out, I start lifting my blade only after I start backing out. That way you're not lifting all the weight of that heavy snow. That's not how you end up snapping your cable or your synthetic rope. So I got it in reverse now, and I'll start backing up and lifting my blade at the same time. What you could also do is just don't raise your blade. Leave it down as you're pulling out, because you'll be lifting up, putting it down, up, down so much. It's kind of hard on your winch. Not that big of a deal, but it is kind of hard. You can just drag it back, not raise it at all. You'll leave a bit of a mess, but that's up to you. See, I won't even lift it. See there, I lifted my blade a bit to push it up, but it's heavy, so it's hard to push out of the way. By the way, always put your ATV in low gear. It's so much easier on your ATV. Don't do it in high gear. And also use four-wheel drive if you have it. See, I hit it kind of slow there, so I had to give it some gas. So that's basically how you do the end of your driveway. And you can see it's really clear, it's wide. Now we're going to make a pass down the driveway back towards the house again on this side. So I'm kind of staying over to one side, only using 2/3 of the blade to push the snow. We're going to have to make at least another pass on this side and another pass on this side as well. Now for the last tip, the hack I use for gravel driveways when they're not frozen yet, or plowing on the lawn, so you have to make a path to a certain place like your woodshed or for your dog or whatever. Instead of using those crappy snowshoes, I use a piece of ABS pipe. So what I do is got 1 1/4 inch ABS pipe. I'll draw a line down the middle, I'll cut it. This one here is wore out. This gap should not be this wide, but it is, but it's still usable. It hasn't wore out yet. And I'll just put it over the edge of my blade. For my blade on the Kimpex here, it fits perfectly, and I don't have to screw it down or anything. When I put it down like that, that ABS pipe will ride over most of the gravel. It'll ride over the grass, doesn't tear up your gravel, doesn't tear up your lawn or anything like that. And I'll have a video on how to cut that and add it to your machine. More about it, show how it works on the lawn and the gravel driveway. That video will be right here to your left. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Give me the thumbs up, and hope to see you again on another video.